Star Wars is finally releasing a game, and it's not Battlefront 3. Yeah, we're all being blue-balled. It is what it is at this point. But I'm not going to be the one person that sits around and complains that we don't get the games we want, when we are, in fact, still getting Star Wars content. So let's just get right into it.
Let me break it down for you, Mark.
Okay, so the game is called Star Wars Zero Company. It is a single-player, turn-based tactics game, and it's developed by BitReactor in collaboration with Respawn and EA. Basically, this game takes place during the Clone Wars, and you have a team of customizable characters, and your main character, which his name is Hawk, is fully customizable. His appearances, what he's able to do in the game, his abilities, and so on. And the other characters within the team are also very customizable, where they can range from being either a droid or a Jedi, which is pretty neat, I think. Basically, your team is not necessarily participating within the Clone Wars. The developers are saying this is the war inside the war, or like the war beneath the war. So it's an interesting take on just delving farther into the Clone Wars, which personally I can appreciate, because who doesn't want to see more Clone Wars content? They say the game is going to see influence from political intrigue of Andor, and they're going to see gritty battles like Rogue One and the wit and wisdom of A New Hope, so they say. I'm not necessarily a fan of turn-based strategy games, but hearing what BitReactor did with XCOM, which is a same type of game, turn-based strategy game, they had a lot of positive reviews, so I'm definitely excited about what this game has to offer. But then again, it's not necessarily what Star Wars fans are asking for, and at this point, it feels like we're probably not going to get a Battlefront 3 anytime soon, or any content updates for Battlefront 2 for anytime soon. It feels like Star Wars and EA, it seems like they're going to be sticking towards the single-player modes, rather than a massive multiplayer online server game. Honestly, it causes a lot of time and dedication to make those games, but that's what makes them so loved. Just like how Battlefront 2 is loved. That's exactly what we've been wanting for Battlefront 3. It's just something that they're not doing. After they stopped creating content for Battlefront 2, they wanted to make Battlefront 2042, and we all know how that ended up. I don't know. I mean, the gameplay trailer showed. I mean, it showed it was cool. It's definitely a new type of Star Wars game that I think a lot of people will play, because there's nothing really much else to do. There's not much else to buy for Star Wars games that are brand new. The cool thing that it offers is that customization tool, and also what happens in the game is every choice has a consequence, which is really cool. You build up your own story mode, and once you go into a battle, when someone dies in your group, you can't revive them. Like there's no takebacks. So that's an interesting part. A little bit more of a realism factor in this game is you can make it however you want to make it, and whatever happens in your game, it can't change. You have to keep moving forward in your story, which I think is pretty cool. Overall, I'm pretty excited about it. Will I buy this game? Yes, because I love Star Wars. Is this the game that we necessarily wanted as fans? No, but at least we're getting something, and I can appreciate that. And I know Star Wars is trying to turn a new leaf in general. It's just the majority of Star Wars Battlefront 2 fans, specifically on PC, are having to rely on Nexus mods, which sometimes their mods don't even load in and they crash the game. I've had plenty of problems with that. Or the Kyber beta test, which if you're lucky enough, if you don't pay for the Patreon, you'll get into this beta playtest. But that still hasn't come out for people. And then we have people on the console that are just in the normal lobbies that aren't always as full. So the Battlefront community is still tight-knit. I'm sure a lot of people are going to go and play Zero Company. I'm going to play Zero Company. It's just not exactly the theme that we were necessarily hoping for. But that's not necessarily a bad thing either. It's just something that we're going to have to see. And it's supposed to be coming out in 2026. It's coming out to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series. It looks like it's going to be a good game. As long as it doesn't end up as controversial as Star Wars Outlaws was and Star Wars Squadrons, I'm trusting the developers. I know BitReactor is a good developing team. I know Respawn makes good games. Let's just see how it plays out. We have a year till it comes out, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks for coming by. I appreciate the support recently on the channel. But yeah, that's it for the video this week. Let me know your guys' opinion about Star Wars Zero Company down in the comments below. And thanks for stopping by again. And I will see you guys next week. Take care.